Hello everyone. A very warm welcome again to each one of you for the virtual session of Science Children. I hope you are all doing very well and you are maintaining your notebook hopefully. So let us start with today's session, Reproduction in Plants, Chapter 12, Part 3. So let us start with Part 3. Here in the previous session we have begun with different types of asexual reproduction. Under that we have seen vegetative propagation. What is vegetative propagation? Reproduction through various parts of the plants, which we have learned. You should know this, children. We have done this vegetative propagation through leaves, through stems, through roots. So this is how asexual reproduction takes place in plants. So under this we are going to see now asexual reproduction. Under asexual reproduction, first part we saw vegetative propagation. Next we are going to see budding. So asexual reproduction, under that we are going to learn budding. What is budding? Let us see. Yeast is an organism that contains a single cell. It is a fungi, not a plant. So please note that it is a fungi, not a plant, and it can propagate every few hours if the proper amount of nutrients are available to it. As the yeast finds favorable conditions, a small bulb-like projection produces from the yeast called bud. The bud grows gradually and then gets detached from the parent yeast. This new cell then grows, matures, and produces more cells. Sometimes a chain of buds is formed which leads to the production of a large number of yeast altogether. So now yeast is used for the fermentation of idlis, for in baking process, like for making breads and all, breads, cake and all, that yeast is used, and it reproduced through budding. And you have to take down all this in your notebook, and how they reproduce. They require favorable condition, and projection it's, uh, comes out of one single yeast, and that is called as bud. And the bud will get detached from the parent and it will have an individual existence, and this new cell then grows, matures, and produces more cells. So this is how yeast multiply through budding process, and this is called as asexual reproduction, because here there is no requirement of a male and a female gamete. I hope you are writing this. You need to continue to write, children. Now you will draw this diagram in your notebook. Here you will see a parent yeast, a single cell. It will show one projection, that is outgrowth, that is called as bud. That bud will grow gradually and it will detach from the parent yeast. And from the parent yeast it will get separated. You can see the diagram. Separated yeast cells, or you will have a chain of yeast cells. From one bud another bud will come out, and from the another bud the third one will come out. So a chain of yeast cells you can get, or each cell, the bud which comes out can get separated from the parent yeast. So this is the diagram you should draw in the notebook with proper labeling. I hope you are drawing these, children. Then next method or way by which asexual reproduction can happen is fragmentation. So where fragmentation can happen, let us see. Algae like Spirogyra generally reproduce by the process of fragmentation. So Spirogyra is an algae and it reproduces through fragmentation. It is another process in which they divide themselves into multiple parts. As soon as the algae find enough water and nutrients, it fragments and grows into a new individuals. This process continues and algae multiply quickly in a short period of time. So you must have seen algae in damp places. You see the green layers form on the walls, on the roads, on the ground. All that is green algae, and how they get multiplied through fragmentation. Please write down this in your notebook, children. This is how, and this is the diagram you want to draw in your notebook. You will show this Spirogyra and how it will get divided into two parts. This is why this is called as fragmentation. So the fragment, which is one single parent, will divide itself. There it will, you will get two offspring. That means two fragments you will get, and each fragments will grow further as an individual. Then it will divide again. It will again fragments out, and then it will continue. This is how it will multiply. So each fragment of the Spirogyra will divide, and then each individual will grow. It will further give more fragments. Just draw a rough diagram of this. You show the spiral formation inside, show the fragments. Take a help of a ruler and draw this. Thank you, children. I hope you understood both the process of asexual reproduction in this session. You have to draw the relevant diagrams so that the concepts are clear with you. Thank you again and have a wonderful day.